MUHURI, from the totality of your investigations, whom then did you find to be responsible for disappearance of Brian Odhiambo?
In my investigation, I found that Senior Sergeant Washira and the rest of 5 accused persons are responsible. Francis Washira is the one who directed the officers to arrest the suspect. It was his responsibility to make sure the suspect is presented before the court or to any police station to be charged with an offense that he had done. The 2 other officers, Rorogoi and Isaac Ochieng, arrested the suspect, the victim, and they were assisted by the 2 other officers, that is Wabukara and can they call the other name, in order to arrest, and they dragged the suspect, the victim, back to the national park. They all in the year act, they were able to make sure they have confined and abducted Brian Odhiambo, where up to date he has never been found. Good morning, all.
What is your experience in police service?
I have served for the last 18 years at the Directorate of Criminal Investigation.
Yes.
18 years at DCI.
Served for the last 18 years.
Yes,
and
you are.
From that experience of 18 years in police service, is it ordinary for an officer, or rather officers, who arrest any suspect, to leave that suspect in the hands of a driver alone to guard that suspect to the booking area or a police station?
That's not the correct procedure. During security services operation, the role of driver is clearly to drive, and other officers should take care or guard the suspect.
If it's not ordinary, in your view,
Yes, Your Honor.
what might this instant case where it happened suggest regarding the condition of the suspect left in the hands of the driver?
Probably only if the suspect or the victim was unable to move or was in a critical condition, and in that condition he could not have escaped.
So from your inspection,
Repeat your question.
I am asked if at all it's not ordinary for arresting officers to leave a suspect in the hands of the driver alone to guard him to the nearest police station or booking area. Then what might this instance case where a suspect was left only in the hands of the driver suggest regarding the condition of the suspect arrested?
What do you expect him to do? Is it an opinion? Is imagination?
I just want him, Your Honor, in his view, to give his opinion about the... Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, in my own opinion, in such a case, the victim might have been unwell, or his condition was not of a person that was capable of escaping from such being left in such condition with the driver.
Yes, you are not recording.
From your inspection of the occurrence book at Bondeni police station, how many suspects were booked on the 18th of January 2025?
From the check of the occurrence book at Bondeni police station, that day KWS officers booked 9 suspects at Bondeni police station.
And from the statements of the suspects and the inquiry, how many persons were arrested on that 18th of January at the park?
According to 2 witnesses that were at the scene, together with the list of 9 suspects, they stated that they had arrested around 11 suspects, and one was released at the park by KWS officers because he was injured on the mouth and his condition was serious, so they released him. And when they took the rest 10 suspects to the police station, at the police station, one suspect was released because he was a minor and he was not booked.
From the information that you might be having, is the minor who was released still alive?
Yes, there is no report of has been made in such regard.
Was Brian Odhiambo among the suspects who were booked both at Bondeni police station and KWS OB?
No, Your Honor.
From the duty roster that was furnished to you by KWS, which officers were on duty patrolling the sewage area? And if at all they were on board any motor vehicle, which was the registration number?
The 6 suspects or the accused persons were on duty, but there was also an operation that was being conducted within the Vietnam area.
I'm asking, this is my question. From the duty roster that was supplied to you by the KWS, which officers were on duty in Vietnam area on the 18th?
The 6 suspects, Your Honor.
The 6 suspects.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who have been charged in court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were they on board any motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor. They were on board of 2 motor vehicles. KCK, motor vehicle KCK 869U, a Toyota Land Cruiser, and KAL 131U, a Toyota Land Cruiser.
As the investigating officer, have you tried to make searches at the park of Brian's body?
Yes, Your Honor. We have conducted several searches at Lake Nakuru National Park, where we are being led by some witnesses or through intelligence. But so far we have not been able to find the remains of the body of Brian Odhiambo.
How many searches?
So far we have conducted almost 3.
You have indicated, you confirmed that your searches have been prompted by intel.
Yes, Your Honor.
From who?
From informers, Your Honor.
From informers. In the instances that you've making such attempts, has the KWS management been giving you real-time access to the national park for purposes of making those searches?
No, Your Honor.
So, how long has it been taking upon your request to access that park? Intervals of how long?
When we requested for the first search, it took about 4 days, Your Honor.
As the investigating officer, in your opinion, what do you make of those delays in granting access?
The delay, Your Honor, caused us the investigation to have some delay because investigation is prompt, and the informer that were leading us became suspicious and started fearing for their life, Your Honor.
From your experience, Bwana MUHURI, what should the suspect be handcuffed with upon arrest ordinarily? Is it a handcuff or an iron rope?
Handcuff, Your Honor.
Handcuff. I believe you've made several visits to the scene of crime. And from your observation, from the point that it was alleged that the victim escaped to the fence of the national park, what is the distance between that point to the fence of the national park?
Your Honor, it's about 5 kilometers, Your Honor.
It's about 5 kilometers. And still from that experience, 18 years in the police service doing investigation works, in your opinion, is it possible for a suspect to escape for a distance of that 5 kilometers without capable of being rearrested?
It is impossible to escape such a distance within the national park without the suspect being reapprehended again, owing to the landscape, and the national park is also a security zone.
I want you to explain to court what is the proximity between Makuti area, Kivumbini area, Manyani area, and whether bordering the Nakuru National Park. Those areas have been mentioned.
Yes, Your Honor. They are almost the same area within the same locale. Like Manyani is next to, is within the Boden area, and they are bordering the national park. All of them, Your Honor.
MUHURI, from the totality of your investigations, whom then did you find to be responsible for disappearance of Brian Odhiambo?
In my investigation, I found that Senior Sergeant Washira and the rest of 5 accused persons are responsible. Francis Washira is the one who directed the officers to arrest the suspect. It was his responsibility to make sure the suspect is presented before the court or to any police station to be charged with an offense that he had done. The 2 other officers, Rorogoi and Isaac Ochieng, arrested the suspect, the victim, and they were assisted by the 2 other officers, that is Wabukara and can they call the other name, in order to arrest, and they dragged the suspect, the victim, back to the national park. They all in their act, they were able to make sure they have confined and abducted Brian Odhiambo, where up to date he has never been found.
So, according to you, you still believe that Brian Odhiambo has been confined to date?
Yes, Your Honor.
From the interviews and the statements that you recorded from the accused persons and the inquiry, what would you make of their accounts? Were their accounts consistent or inconsistent regarding the circumstances of this case?
The accused persons' statements were inconsistent, Your Honor.
And lastly, you confirm that from the report that you received from Safaricom and Airtel, the call data of the victims and the accused persons were within the same locality at the time of arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, they were within the same geolocation.
That will be all.